The Song of Solomon, chapter 6, verse 10. Who is she that looketh forth as the morning, fair as the moon, clear as the sun, and terrible as an army with banners? We know who she is. She is Israel, and she is all Christians, united in Messiah Jesus forever. Nevertheless, the verse is a question. Who is she? We may know her name. We may know many things about her. We may have studied Israelology or ecclesiology, and still the question comes to us, who is she? I'm reminded of a question in Proverbs chapter 30, verse 4. Do you know God's Son's name? Yes, we say, it's Jesus or Yeshua. And so it is, but he has 100 names as far as we are aware. And does anyone think that this exhausts all that can be said of him? It's a beginning, that's all. If he received a new name every day, eternity couldn't exhaust the infinitude. At my dad's well-attended funeral, someone asked me, who was he? And I answered, my dad. It struck me immediately as being impossibly inadequate. Names or titles are deceiving, aren't they? Or think of the natural order. A little plant is given disc-shaped receptors that we call leaves. And these contain millions of cells capable of receiving light that has travelled 93 million miles and transforming that light into energy for the plant as a whole to use and grow bigger. And someone asks, what is it? And somebody says, photosynthesis. But it's a miracle. That's what it is. It's a miracle. We're surrounded by miracles, and it's a mistake to think that by naming them, we know what they are. We know nothing. We just collect more and more names. Clever people smile and say that our simple names are not nearly adequate enough, and so they give the things other names, more names. But the mystery remains. Who is she? Asks the Lord. Have you stopped wondering? There are people who are still asking questions, and there are people who think that they have the answers. Suffice it to say that one of God's highest angels, the guardian of Israel, has a question for his name, Michael or Michael, which means who is like God. I presume he stands before God, and still he's saying, who is like him? If heaven is still asking questions, how much more should we?